We all have friends, right? And you even have friends on Facebook. And I suspect some of your Facebook friends are actually your real friends. Well, curating those friends is very different than using Facebook as a business tool. And by that, I mean strategically having friends as part of your overall strategy in your business. You'll every once in a while hear me talk about funnels, and I'm not talking about the tech. I'm talking about the actual journey that you take people on to take them from I just met you for the first time to all the way into purchasing from you. That is a sales funnel. Well, your personal profile and the friends that you can make here is the very tip top of that sales funnel. So, how do you do this strategically and with intention? That's what you're going to learn about today. You're going to learn how to accept and add friends in this way. And also a little secret step that I'm going to share with you that most people don't know about that is really going to make a huge difference in getting that Facebook algorithm to turn in your direction. All right. You ready for this today? All right. I want to know right off the bat, what are you doing today with your friend strategy? So, answers might include things like nothing. I do nothing. I don't even know what you're talking about. I don't even know what to do. I do nothing. That's an acceptable answer. Other answers might be I just accept them all. Anybody who friend requests me, I just accept them all. You might decline them all. You might say, I only accept friends if we have friends in common, or if that number of how many friends do we have in common is a high number, then I accept them in. Where are you at currently with your friend strategy on your personal profile inside of Facebook? Drop some comments below. We're going to use those here in a second. If you are new to me, my name is Jamie Hain, and I am a video and growth coach. And I have been using this exact strategy for, oh my goodness, now 8, 9 months, something like that. And I'm telling you, it's a game changer, and I can't wait to share it with all of you. Okay, let's see what we've got for some comments. Oh, you're all saying hello, good morning. Hi, everybody. I love it. Fabulous to see you. Good morning. Hey, hey, love it. Okay. Kim says, I accept them if they have several friends in common, and those are friends that I interact with. Okay, got it. All right. Very strategic. I'm assuming this means you're being very strategic about your friends. Awesome. Good job, you. All right. On your personal profile. Yep, your personal profile, the tippy top of that sales funnel. All right. Stephanie says, I've been getting weird people. Yes, that can happen. We're going to talk about this weird people. Okay, I accept if I feel like I can help them. Ooh, all right, interesting. We're going to talk about this. All right. You ready? This is a 3-step blueprint. That's what I like to call it. So we're going to go through step 1, step 2, step 3 into doing this. Okay, so stay with me through it all. You need all 3 to make the magic work, if you will. Okay. Okay, hold on. I lost my train of thought here. Oh, I know where I was going next. Thank you. Thank goodness for my notes here. What I want to acknowledge here is that when you start to think about being strategic and intentional, where we can go in our minds is, oh, this is a big, complicated thing. No, not big, not complicated. Okay, it is a 3-step model. I'm telling you, it's super easy. The first one you only do one time. And it probably takes 5 minutes a day. If that, you might not even do it every day. You might do it. I honestly probably do it 2 or 3 times a week, and it takes me 5 minutes. So it is a little thing that can make a huge, huge difference. Okay. Now, part of what we're going to talk about today is what you need to stop doing and what you're going to start doing. So those of you who said, I accept only people that are friends with, or some version of that. Okay, you're close, but okay, this is the stop doing. If you are accepting all the friend requests, or if anybody has somebody in common with you, that's what I want you to stop doing. And here's why. Let's say your friend Susie accepts all of anybody who friend requests her. She just accepts them all. And now you are looking at somebody and you're like, oh, they know Susie. Okay. But Susie didn't vet them. So don't trust that just because someone else is friends that they might not have learned what you're about to learn here today. So just be very careful with that assumption that we can tend to make that somebody else has done the work for us. Nope, nope. I'm going to show you how to do the work so that you can vet this. Now, the one thing that Kim said earlier is I only accept if they're common friends and these are friends that I interact with. And okay, I hear where you're going. And I imagine a number of you feel this way as well. What I'm asking you to consider here is that you're going to make new friends that you've not met before, because it is a way to get new people into your funnel. Okay, you with me? Just bear with me. I promise I will connect this all here in a minute. Okay. The other thing that we need to talk about before we get into the steps is this algorithm. What the heck is this Facebook algorithm and how does it all work and blah, 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 right? Most of the time, the algorithm is a dirty word and we think of it as a dirty word. Well, I'm going to show you today how to train the algorithm and put it to work for you. Yep, I said train it. Think about this algorithm, and I'm going to call out what Stephanie said about weird people. Think about the algorithm as like this weird, stalkerish kind of person that's watching everything that you're doing. And it's almost like an order taker. So it sees what you're doing and it goes, oh, okay, this is who she wants to hang out with. This is whose content she wants to see. We'll give her more of that. That's essentially how the algorithm works. Now, ads, that's a whole different thing. But generally speaking, that's how it works. So who you're commenting on, who you're looking up, who you're engaging with, the algorithm goes, that one, that one, that one. She wants more of those. And therefore, they want more of hers. And so you can get caught in this kind of loop where you're only seeing content from a certain number of people because you haven't engaged or interacted with anybody else. This can come into play with just your content, but when we're specifically talking about your friend strategy, you can get stuck here. Okay. So what you've got to acknowledge is that we're going to retrain this guy for 2 or 3 weeks. It's going to take that. Here's how you do it. Step number 1, get clear on who your perfect person is. What do they look like? What activities are they doing? How will you recognize that this is a perfect person for you? Now, we're specifically right now in this moment talking about clients, okay? But we're not going to leave it at that. So obviously some of the easy ones are, I work with women. Okay, so why accept friend requests from men? Don't. Stop. Okay, I work with women who are over a certain age or under a certain age or are within this date range. You can see that. Maybe you work with women who are coaches or have some specific type of business. You can see all of that information. Usually you can see all that information. Okay. So I want you to first get clear on what does your perfect person look like and how would you identify them? Okay. Now we're not going to leave it there because this is a friend strategy. This is about who helps you in your business. Sometimes what you may be looking for is not somebody that you can coach or you can sell to, but maybe it's somebody who inspires you. Maybe it's somebody who makes you laugh. Maybe it's somebody who could be a mentor to you. Consider all of that. All right, that's step 1. And like I said, you only have to do it the one time, or maybe you know, if you evolve or you change your target audience, then you might want to look at it again. But get really crystal clear on what that person looks like, specifically what they look like on Facebook. Okay. Now we get into step number 2. And this is accepting and inviting people to be your friends. You're only going to accept or add friends that look like whatever you've laid out. If they don't meet your criteria, you deny them or you don't invite them. Now, inevitably, what comes up in this moment is somebody says, "Oh, but I don't want to hurt their feelings. And they may be a really nice person." And yes, to all of those things. But I'm asking you to strategically look at Facebook as a tool for your business. And remember what I said about the algorithm. Okay. If you're spending a whole lot of time on your personal profile looking at dog pictures, right? You're going to see more dog pictures, but that's not going to help your business. So what I'm telling you to do is shift shift and focus on the people who you want to surround yourself with that could become clients, that might mentor you, that might inspire you, that give you all of those other things, and deny or decline the rest. They're not going to get a notification. They don't get a notification that says, Jamie Hain denied your friend. No, it doesn't happen. Okay. In all the, how many months did I say I've been doing this now? 7, 8 months, something like that. Never once has there been an issue in all that time. Okay. So you can do this. I know people who decline more than they accept. I am probably 70-30. I accept 70, decline 30, maybe 60-40. It just depends. Like Stephanie said earlier, sometimes you'll go through a patch and you're just like, what the heck? Okay. So that's step 2. I'm going to show you what this looks like. We're going to do a screen share. I'm going to show you what this looks like so that you can get a real sense of how it works. Okay. All right. Let me screen share. It takes me a minute to get there. Okay. Hold on here. Boom, boom. And I will say this ahead of time. I am bringing up Facebook. I'm not responsible for anything that Facebook might show you in the feed and then you're offended by. I can't control it. Okay. So hopefully you're seeing Facebook. This is I'm on my profile. Okay. This is just my normal feed. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to friends. And I'm going to go into friend requests. Okay. So I have purposely not done anything in a couple of days so that we would have some friend requests in here to do something with. All right. So if any of these people are in here, I'm sorry that we're picking on you. It is not, it's not meant to be that at all. It's just a timing thing. So, I hope there's nothing crazy that I'm about to say here. So now I have all of these friend requests. How many are there here? 1, 2, 3, maybe 20 or so. Okay. You might not have this, and that's okay. I'm going to talk to you in a minute about what you do if you don't have that. Okay. So, it says right here, 18 friend requests. So I'm going to decide right now whether or not these people I want to either confirm as a friend or delete as a friend. It should be rapid fire. I don't want you spending hours and hours and hours obsessing and overthinking about whether to add or not add. Okay. Here's the thing. If you make a mistake, you can unfriend. It's that simple. Okay. But what you're going to do is we got to understand whether or not Paulina here is somebody that I want in my feed and I want as a friend. Remember, I'm looking at, could she be a client? Could I be her client? Could she be a collaboration partner? Does she just do great content and I want to see her in my feed? Any of that's possible here. So what you're going to do is you're going to click on Paulina, sorry. And you're going to get a sense, right? You get, let's get my chat out of the way here and that out of the way. Okay, come on. Oh, Facebook. Do not do this. There we go. Okay. So now I'm deciding, let's see. So Paulina is a business development and personal branding strategist. Okay. That's in my wheelhouse, right? She's a coach. This is the type of world that I spend time in. Okay. And here she is a CEO at her company. So I'm just scanning, right? And now I take a minute and I scan through her content and I see, what has she got going on here, right? What kinds of things is she posting? Is this content I want to see in my feed? And it's just a gut check. Heck yeah, this is somebody I want to see in my feed. Confirm. It's as simple as that. Okay. And you're going to go through some of these. I wish I had somebody in here that I knew for sure would not be a person. But I do not. Okay, let's tackle this one. Rosalie or LaRose. Okay, her profile picture is a rose. So that makes me go, okay, why is it not a face? Okay, so again, I might look, what kind of content is she posting? Is this content I want? Not much to go on here, right? So I might check out her about section, no information there. And so now I have a decision point. Does this person feel like somebody that I want to see her content, that could be a client, that I could be her client, and it's a gut check decision? Yes, no. Sometimes I make a choice and it is absolutely in the moment. It's just a feeling. I lean into my intuition and I'm like, I'll take a chance and we'll try something. Okay. But I will say, I wish I could find one here. Sometimes you'll get one that is apparently clear what they do and it is not for you. Let me just scan through one here and see if I can find one. And just because somebody is using their personal profile just for personal stuff, don't necessarily discount them, right? That doesn't mean that they're not your perfect person. Okay, I'm not finding one here, but what you're going to find is you're going to find one that maybe talks about I book clients for you, or you're gonna get to know a couple of things that are gonna just call out to you and be like, okay, I know what's gonna happen. I'm gonna accept this friend request, and this person's gonna pounce on me, and by that I mean I'm gonna get all sorts of DMs from this person to sign up for something, and that's icky. That is icky to me, and I don't want that, and so I decline those. Okay. You will kind of figure out your own cadence. You're going to learn, oop, nope, that's a warning sign. Oop, nope, that's not somebody that I want in my space. Okay. Now let me look through the comments, and then we're going to get to what is the second part or the third part of this step. If you got questions on how this works, let me know. Okay. So I do not accept people if I have over 20-ish mutual friends. I prefer less mutual friends. Okay. Because you're trying to grow your audience, right? What I would ask is, why does the mutual friend, why is that? Help me understand why that's the trigger for you on saying, nope, if we've got more in common, I don't want them in my friend space. Let me know a little bit more there, and I'll see if I can't give you some advice here. I do not accept people that have hundreds of mutual friends. Okay, same thing, same concept there. So I don't know if this is the same person. It says Facebook user, so I can't tell. But give me a little bit more information. Now, Kim says 144 mutual friends. That actually doesn't freak me out. We are likely in the same group together. And I'm okay with that, because we are in somebody else's group, and we may be engaging around this sort of content, but maybe they saw something that I commented on in that group that makes them go, ooh, I really like what she said. I want to see more of her content. And my personal profile is a place to go and get that. I wouldn't be worried about 144 mutual friends at all. Make your own choice here. Make your own assessment on whether or not that's a good person for you or not. The Facebook works like it's an ecosystem. Okay. You have all of these parts and pieces. You've got the content, you've got Messenger, you've got groups, you've got all of it. And when you use all the parts and pieces, including your friends, your personal profile, the gears work better. Okay. Imagine if you had 5 gears, 5 Facebook gears, and you're only turning one. How fast is that ship going to go, or that car going to go? It's not. If you're moving all of them, it takes off. Okay. So use all the parts and pieces. That doesn't mean you have to. Use the parts and pieces that serve you best. You decide. You're in control, just like this is friend strategy. Okay. I don't see any other comments or questions. Okay. So let's talk about what happens if you don't have any friend requests. This is going to be the case if you haven't been very active over there. What happens if you go through the friend requests that you have and they're all no, 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 no? This is what I mean by retraining the algorithm. It's almost like you got to tell Facebook, these are the people I want you to go out and find for me, and it will do it. I am telling you, my numbers of approves versus declines from when I first started till now, huge difference. Facebook is sending me all of the right people that I'm wanting in my world, because it's gotten to know what I'm looking for. And it can do that for you as well. Put the algorithm to work for you. Okay. But if you don't have any friend requests to accept, you have to go on the offense. You have to invite people to be friends. Now, Facebook will give you some of those as well to go through. Look, it's in the same area. You'll see suggestions, I think is what it's called. You make the same exact assessment. You click on their profile, you look at what's going on. Yes, no, invite. Another thing that you can do is friend request people who you have a connection with inside of a group. What I'm not advocating for is you go and say, ooh, Jamie's got a group. Let me friend request all 200 people that are in here. No, that is going to go very wrong for you unless you and I have the exact same ideal client, which could be, but likely not. What you're wanting to look for inside a group is actual connections that you have with people. So if you do a post and 5 or 6 people comment and you start some conversations back and forth, friend request them. Okay. People who join your group, as they're joining your group, These are people who want what you do. Friend request them. Right as they're joining your group, there's a button you can click on. The most important thing I can tell you is you're wanting to make sure that you are only accepting or adding friends that meet what you're trying to do here. Perfect person, one way or another. Doesn't always have to be a client. The more consistent you are with that, the better Facebook learns and the better those suggestions get. All right, let me know if you got any questions on all of that. All right, let me check my notes, make sure I haven't missed anything. Oh, the other thing that I will do in this group is I will do a post. I did one not too long ago, but we'll do another one and say who's looking to grow their friends list on Facebook, and you all can comment. And then anybody that comments in that thread, you can friend request them as long as they fit what you identified in step number 1. Okay. All right. Now, the magic. Are you ready for the magic? Remember how I said that Facebook is an ecosystem. The more you engage on all of the parts, the better the whole thing will go. And I'm just now realizing I didn't put Otis up. So he's howling in the background. Sorry. He's very excited about the secret. He's very excited about the secret. Okay. What you're going to do is when you accept a friend request or when the other person accepts your friend request, you're going to engage with them on their profile. I'm not talking about stalker. Okay. If you've not had this happen, I promise you at some point it will. And then I want you to screenshot it and send it to me and be like, Jamie, you said it would happen. It happened. You'll get in your notification that some name liked your post, like 20 in a row. And you kind of go, stalk much? Woo, that's too much. Okay. So what I want you to do is I want you to find one post that you can comment on. Now, ideally, you want to post that you can actually start a conversation and actually ask a question or share something in depth, because the longer the comments, the more the algorithm likes it. Okay. If you can't find that, then you can just comment on their profile picture to be like, oh my gosh, it's so great to put a face with a name. This is a great photo of you. I love the color shirt that you're wearing. Anything. What's happening is when you engage in the comments, again, that Facebook algorithm goes, oh, so not only did she accept this person's friend request, she commented on this post. So she must wants to see more from that person. And so I'm going to show her more from that person and then more. See how that works? All you got to do is one. And then as you start to see people in your feed, new people in your feed with new content, you continue to engage. Now, let me show you how to do that so that it's super easy and it doesn't take a whole lot of time. Okay. Let me get back into Facebook here. Hold on. All right. So let's pick somebody here. Let's pick Crystal. So Crystal, look, I'm guessing from her banner here that she helps people with diabetes, reversing diabetes. So she's a coach of some kind, definitely in my space here. And if I'm looking at her posts, she does do some reels, so that's nice. That might be interesting. And is this content I want to see? I'm just making an assessment here. So right here while I'm here, before I respond, okay, I'm already in her feed. I'm already seeing her posts. I'm going to comment right here before I accept the friend request. Okay. Now I want to call this out. You might have to scroll a bit and be like, oh my gosh, I still don't have anything I can comment on. I don't have anything to comment on. I don't have anything to comment on. I'm not a type 2 diabetes person. This may be a sign that this is not someone that you want to accept, because if you can't find anything to engage on, there may be something there. Okay. But if you do find something, or again, even if it's just commenting on a photo that you like, or okay, so like here, this is a recipe. Well, that looks good to me, even though I don't have diabetes. So maybe I'll comment on that and say something like that. Okay. You just comment right here and then go back to the respond and confirm the friend request. So I've tackled them both in the same space while I'm right here. All right. What questions do you have about this before I move on? Okay. So let me do just a very quick review. What you're going to do, the 3-step process here. One is get super, super clear on who you want as a friend. Doesn't only have to be clients. Look for people who post good content. Look for people who could mentor or inspire you. Okay. Once you got that clearly defined, number 2 is only accept or add friends that match that and decline the rest. And then the third step is while you're right there in their profile, comment on something. That gets that algorithm rolling and grooving and jiving and all the things that you want to have happen. All right. The best kind of tip that I would give you here is go about this with just an open curiosity. Start conversations. I love Jasmine Star. I don't know if any of you follow Jasmine Star, but she's one of my faves. And one of the things that she talks about is that social media is the start of the conversation. And I think we often feel like everything has to go into that post and it all has to be there. No, it's just the starting point. The magic happens in the comments, in the DMs, and everywhere else that you go. So go into this friend strategy as just be curious, be genuinely interested in making friends. Facebook is about friends. So learn about them. What is going on in their life? Take a genuine interest in them as a person and don't just look for clients. It will serve you so much better in the long run. Okay, I see some other questions coming in. Let me address questions and then I will wrap us up today. How am I doing on time? Not too shabby. All right. Kim says, I haven't friend requested in a long time. Yeah. Well, see, we're getting the cobwebs out, right? Maybe those gears that I talked about, those Facebook gears, need a little bit of grease and oil. I think it's grease and oil. I don't know. I'm not a car person. Where's Robin Walker when we need her? You're just got to get started. And I promise once you get going on it, you're going to be like, oh, I kind of like this. This is kind of fun. Like I genuinely like meeting new people. I like looking at the stuff that people are posting. It's fun. And if you have fun and you go into it with fun, remember, we're talking about 2 or 3 times a week for 5 minutes. You can do this. Okay. Stephanie says, sometimes I find the person I want to accept has friends that are people I don't want. Still go ahead and accept and just watch for other people, or better to just not go there. Okay. So I think what you're saying here, Stephanie, is that I'm going to use myself as an example. Okay. So you see me and you think, ooh, Jamie, I would like to be Jamie's friend, but Jamie is friends with Ted. And Ted, I don't necessarily like. Is that what you mean? Or Ted is not the kind of person that I like. So I don't know that I want to be friends with Jamie because of Ted. Am I in the right ballpark here? Let me know. You are still in control. So if you don't want Ted to be a friend, if Ted friend requests you, you can deny Fred or Ted, whatever his name is. I made up his name and I forgot what I called him. Okay. You don't have to accept friends of friends anymore. Remember, you are making a decision on each individual person, whether or not you want them as a friend. Okay. Let me know if that doesn't answer the question, Stephanie. Okay. How do I do this without ignoring people who might be interested in what you do? Okay. Even if I know, let me read this. Sorry, my eye contact's going to suck here while I read this. Even if I know who my ideal client is, I sell comfortable clothes. Everyone likes comfortable clothes. Just wondering how not to let my personal biases decline people who want to learn from me. Obviously, only talking about one segment of people here. Okay. Do you sell comfortable clothes to men and women? If it's just women, then you decline men. Right? Everybody likes comfortable clothes. So what I would do for you is accept people that you actually think you'd want to hang out with. Right? Remember, when you accept a friend request, you're going to see their content. So sometimes a scan of their content may make you go, I don't like what they're posting. Maybe it's super political. Maybe it's super religious. Maybe all they post about is food. And you're like, I'm on a diet. I don't want to see all this food. There are millions of people on Facebook. Millions of people on Facebook. You are picking who you want to surround yourself with. Yes, you're hoping that they may become a buyer. They may want those comfortable clothes, but go into it with this whole notion of this is a cool person I want to know. Surround yourself with the people you want to surround with. We've all heard those quotes where it's like you are the people who are around you. So pick cool people to be around you. I don't know if this necessarily helps you, but hopefully it gives you something to think about. Okay. She says, yes, men, women, and kids. All right. So you don't necessarily have to judge, right? But what you can look is say, is an age a part of it? Is income a part of it? Is you can look at all of those different demographics. And at the end of the day, if you still say all of them fit what I do, then choose based on who you want to surround yourself with. It won't serve you wrong. I promise you. There are so many people in the world. You get to pick who you want to show up in your feed. Start there and you can't go wrong. Okay. I don't see any other questions. All right. So let me just say this. I'm going to give you some homework. I like giving homework. If you've not been on one of these with me before, I always give you homework. But here's what I will say first. If this is something that you are stuck on and you need some help, I've got a special this month, a 30-minute power boost, which is $37. So if you want some time and you want some help outlining this, I would love to book a session with you. Just let me know and I'll get you the link. The other thing that I will say is that some of you know about this program and others have not. I always run something called Ignite Your Facebook group. And yes, we're talking about personal profiles and how it fits into it. And it is a very key component into how you get your group going. Remember the 5 different gears in Facebook? Facebook groups is one of them. I'm getting ready to kickstart the next cohort of Ignite. And so just watch for those details if that is something of interest to you. It is a group coaching program. We were going to kickstart it the next round in February. Okay. So having said that, now it's time for homework. I want you to put this into action. Okay. But before that, I want you to commit to doing this. There is something that happens when we say, I'm in, I'm going to do this. So what I want you to do, if you're watching this, whether you're with me live or you're watching on the replays, I want you to commit in the comments and say, I'm going to do this. And whatever you decide what you want to do here. I will commit to doing this 5 minutes a day, 3 days a week. I will commit to doing this 10 minutes a day, twice, whatever you want to do, but commit to actually taking action. Because it's one thing to just absorb and to hear what I say. It is a whole other thing to actually put it into practice and start using it. And the sooner you start, the sooner you're going to be where you want to be. I did some quick math. If you friend request or accept 5 friends a day. Now I just did 5 days a week. Maybe you won't do it that much, but it's easy math. Okay. 5 a week, 5 days a week. That gets you 25 people a week. That gets you 100 people a month. That gets you 1,200 new people in your Facebook profile that you didn't know today. And you don't know where one of those 1,200 or all of those 1,200, who's going to buy from you, who's going to join your group, who's going to get into your group. 5 minutes a day. That's all it takes. All right. If you got questions, drop them below. I'll be watching this. Otherwise, let me know how this goes. All right, everybody. Have a great rest of your week. Talk to you next time. Bye, guys.